Hey ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to sound obnoxious, I'm not a doctor, but for some odd reason I'm right again. So we're going to start with Billboard Chris. He's against sexual reassignment surgery, the whole mumbo jumbo, and he posted this. 18-year-old boy died when doctors tried to create a vagina for him using part of his colon. His colon was used because puberty blockers stopped the growth of his genitals, which meant there wasn't enough tissue to do the penile inversion surgery. Gangsta. The article is over here. I'll put it in the description. You can read it for yourself. Major complications began within 24 hours of surgery, and necrotocin fasciitis, in other words, bacteria was eating everything, was confirmed in days that followed. Despite large doses of antibiotics and repeated removal of dead or infected tissue, the previously healthy patient went into multiple organ failure and deleted himself. Gangster. Once again, after this narrowing account of a young person needless death, the research assured that readers that vaginal reconstruction has a positive influence and the quality of life of non-transgender and transgender women, but cautious that physicians and patients needs to be aware of serious complications that may arise. Wow! The investigation into the young person's deletion revealed that deadly strain of E. coli most likely came from the patient's own intestines, not from the hospital settings. We're not gonna blame the hospital, we're gonna blame the kid. Yeah, victim blaming gangster. This is the body, the one that you put puberty blockers and it couldn't work properly for the operation you were gonna do. Meaning that the more risky vaginoplasty surgery necessary due to early puberty suppression, almost certainly caused a fatality. And this is a graphic picture that I'm not gonna show you, but I'll put the link in case you really want to see the damage. And then Zuby came in the picture. Horrifying. People in the West really need to pause and consider what the F they are doing and supporting with this. The reality is so vile that even advocates rely on purely on euphemism and fluffy language to get around it. Yeah, gender transition or whatever. Hey, it's a sex change. I don't want to call it mutilation because yes, you think I'm attacking you anyway, but it is a sex change. It's a rough thing. It's not always a beautiful thing and there's a bunch of complication. But the fact that you are also the person that says we need to give these kids puberty blocker and now the thing that you said is freaking safe is causing this. Hey, this is actually something that happened around 2016. Read the article. But hey, who says this doesn't happen even more? The first sentence shouldn't be a thing in any type of sane society. This is Frankenstein level stuff. It is grotesque. Intellectual can rationalize anything as usual with the big words, but there is also wisdom in disgust and natural revulsion. This type of stuff is where progressive, and even most of the forms of libertarian thinking fall short for me. If someone had body dysmorphia or is depressed, I don't think it's right to carve them up or help them delete themselves respectively. Even if they consent, it's backwards. There are all sorts of strange problems, disorder and mental illness that exist across the human population. Butchering or straight up deleting people isn't the answer. This is so dark. I think people know it's intuitively, gangster words, but they got stuck in their ideology. Yeah, the ideology is too powerful. I repeat my statement that any parent or doctor who do this should go to prison for life. I can't blame all the parents. A lot of them, they're not the expert. They don't have the license. So therapists, psychologists, or even doctors are going to tell them if you don't do this, your daughter or son is going to snip themselves. And for the love as a parent, yeah, you would do anything. That's why I inform myself about these things because I see they push this on parents and I disagree with this. It's disgusting and you need to read the Swedish articles. I will post this one also in the description. Comprehensive study in Sweden shows increased deletion. Deletion for sex reassignment persons were higher than for controls of same-birth sex, particularly deletion for self-deletion. They also had increased risk of deletion attempts and psychiatric inpatient care. I don't need to rant to convince you. Read the articles yourself. If you want to change yourself, it doesn't guarantee you anything. and all these people that are passing away, oh, that happened in 2016. You're telling me you don't hear anything else? Do you really think if there's an ideology they're promoting this, they're going to mention it? No, don't mention it, because they're going to look at that and cancel everything. Especially when they're making big money. I already showed you that. I already talked about the puberty blocker thing. Look, man, if you were a skateboarder, you're supposed to practice, but you're not really happy because you wanted to be somebody that can ride a bike. You cannot just block him for amount of years because, oh my God, you cannot train anymore. But then after all the time that you're going to train on a mechanical bike, we're going to put you on a real bike and you can go to the next race. You can't skip it. Your body doesn't adapt. You're not training your body. So it happens to your puberty blocker too. You don't need to be a doctor to understand that. You just need to be a person that understands your body and goes to the freaking gym. If you stop, your body doesn't adapt. If you eat unhealthy, something is gonna happen. So if you want to skip things in your body and suddenly you want to upgrade the body, it doesn't have the energy to understand that. You turn the puberty off. So certain things didn't grow. Now you didn't have the thing, so they need to do an advanced thing. What? You didn't want to tell the person, well, your puberty blocker blocked this? Oh my God, if we do this is dangerous. Come on, people. Do you see what you're doing? Because you already told them, if you don't do it, you're going to snip yourself, but you need to do this. But there's a high chance you might be dead. Do you see that? This is disgusting, man. And this is what pisses me off. This is why I keep making this video when I've been saying this for a very long time and everybody called me crazy. And that's why, condescendingly, I'm right again. I don't need a diploma to see this coming. You can predict it. You can see the points. You can see the message. Everybody is seeing it positive, bam, 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 bam. Whenever I say this, people are surprised. People in my church, people in society, at first they all called me crazy. But most parents are like, this is evil. And they don't even have to believe in a God to even believe what I'm saying. They can see where this is going. So if you think this is normal and you're going to push it, yeah, of course it comes a point and I'm like, go to prison. Because you already almost tried to push my son in that direction. So I take this very seriously.
Convida-me a tua iniciativa, padrei ku indica e também que sum sativa. Te ainda não quer aceitar ku eta medicina, Bob di nang di eta causa rebeldia.